one person on our feed just said, hey, my child's in daycare. They have a cold every single month. Like, that's just what happens. Like, when do we start viewing this as that and not as COVID as it is right now?
Yeah.
How do we do
You
it
know,
smart?
things change so quickly when you have an infectious disease that causes, inflammation spreading as fast as it is, right? And so you have a disease that's constantly evolving, and guidelines are written and things are said by political figures, and they're almost like set in stone. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he said this 4 years ago. And I'm like, dude, that was 4 years ago. Like, the Raiders coach got fired for something that he wrote 11 years ago, right? I mean, I'm just kind of like, people can change. And when you look at this virus can change and people can be wrong. In the beginning, Fauci said, oh, we're not going to have to mask. A month later or 2 weeks later, he said, oh, we have to mask. Like, because things change. And in medicine, I'm used to things changing all the time. Even though we round like once a day and we write notes, people get sick, things change, disease evolves. The problem is we're trying to take these quick snapshots of ever evolving pathology, and it's very difficult to come up with guidelines. Like, I would even go as far as to say the guidelines that we have written and that are set in stone for the pandemic were written for the Delta variant or previous variants. They weren't written for Omicron. I don't think it's the same. Even though we write these guidelines as if they are all the same, they are not. But it's very difficult, right? I personally believe that the most powerful statement in the English language is I don't know. What does I don't know do? It lets you know that you need to do some more work. Things are always changing, and it gives you this awareness that a lot of people don't like to have, right? Because we always want to instill confidence and make sure we know what we're doing. I get that. But I think sometimes it's okay to say, I don't know. And I honestly feel that leadership probably should have said that a lot more. I don't know. We'll see where things go. We'll see how things evolve, right? And so with this condition, we're wrong. I remember the first video I ever did on coronavirus. I honestly sat there and I looked in the camera and I said, oh, it's not going to be a big deal. Don't worry about it. I was wrong. Luckily, I didn't have, the following, but like, I was wrong, right? I'm allowed to be wrong, but we put these people in such high regard that they're not allowed to be wrong. This thing is changing, right? People are asking questions about masks. What do I do with my kids? What about school? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I got 2 kids. I got a 9-year-old. I got a 6-year-old. Them not being in school affected them in ways that I will never get back. My 6-year-old is struggling to read. She missed kindergarten. Like, she's struggling to read. Like, and maybe I'm not a good parent. Maybe I don't read with her enough. But I also have to go to work and all of these things that parents do. But like, I don't know. That's why I try to use common sense when I answer these questions.
Well, and you listen, you're getting a lot of people. I hear my 2-year-old. I'm going to go grab him. And I'm going to bring him in here. And I think a lot of people are applauding that because most people, and this is something I think I've learned too as a journalist in this period, is that yes, you have a lot of people on they're like, oh, we're doing this is the right thing and you're wrong, or I'm right and you're wrong. But there's a lot more people in the middle that are looking at these two sides screaming at each other that are just like, y'all are exhausting and I just want to do the right thing.